What is happening, guys? Today we've got this beautiful Audi RS5, which is a 2021 model, which is a bargain, I think, for the money you got to pay. So these are fetching for around probably 35,000 miles, depending on the mileage and the spec. And with the spec of this car, I think it's beautiful. Even though it does have things such as a smaller navigation screen, you can always just buy an aftermarket one, which is much bigger with the new operating system. So this comes in this obsidian black, and it's got some beautiful 21-inch wheels, which are a mixture of aluminium as well as black. Then on the side, you can see there the RS5 badging. Then you've also got the lovely masculine lines on the bonnet as well. As we move to the side profile, when it comes just with the tinted windows, it just looks slick. Me myself personally, I would probably just get the gloss black wheels, and I think for what you're paying, you get more than you really need. So it's got 450 horsepower. The exhaust itself, I've got to say, is a little bit muted, but again, you can also buy a package from Audi and they'll ramp this car up and take it to 505 horsepower and also do some other software exchange. So we're going to focus on the front, guys, in more detail there. So you've got the daytime running lights, which are also matrix. Then you've also got the black dark grille, again with the lines in the front there. They make the car just more aggressive. Then you've also obviously got the honeycomb grille. Then you've got the blackened Audi 4 rings, as well as the RS5 badging. I do love the Quattro on the back. I mean, my controversial opinion is this looks a lot better than the facelift version. Now, as we do know, guys, they've also made the RS5 competition, which sounds louder. It's got, I think, more mechanical suspension. So it's just, you're able to kind of get more mechanical feel. I think they've also done something to the rear differential, whereby it's more playful and more compliant to get the tail end out. Whereas with this one, I think it's got a 40-60 split, so which means 40% of the power goes to the front wheels and then the 60 goes to the back. So it's a bit rear biased, but not as compared to its new cousin. So in terms of the daily usage of this car, I think it fits in well. It's got different characteristics, so you're able to change the drivetrain from comfort to sport as well as dynamic as well. So it just depends on just, how you feel that day. I suppose on a Sunday, you might take it for a little blast in the morning. So focusing more on the wheels themselves, I do like the style of the wheels. And then as you guys can see with the badging as well. Now this borrows a lot from its previous predecessor in terms of the shape itself. They could only really change so much about it. There's only so much you can do in terms of the silhouette itself. But I guess it's all about nowadays evolution than revolution. If it ain't broken, don't try and fix it. Now moving backwards, so you guys can take in that side profile, you can tell that this looks the business. I think compared to the C-Class, this doesn't sit as low as the C-Class. It sits just slightly above, which I think kind of takes away that sports car feel. But nonetheless, I think with the Audi brand itself, it's not trying to compete against the BMW 4 Series or the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe. They just stand on their own. And then you've also got the booklet spoiler there on the back. Then again, finishing off with those lovely daytime running lights, which are beautiful. I love lights myself, and I think these are just gorgeous. Then you've got the RS5 badge in there with the red. So I love those pulsating indicators. It's just a beautiful car, honestly, especially with the private reg as well. Then you've also got the big massive RS style exhaust as well as the diffuser on the back as well. Would I buy this car myself? Probably not. I think when it comes to the coupes, I do prefer M cars. I think an M4 is just so beautiful. So now we're going to focus on the inside. So comparing this to a BMW M4, I would say this is a better design. I love the seats. I love just the infotainment system. You've got obviously your Audi virtual cockpit. I do also like the Alcantara as well as leather combination on the chairs. Then also you've got the lovely roof as well, which you can take down, or just open on days that it's nice and sunny. I mean, yeah, this is just such a car. You can appreciate the materials. So you've got your everyday comfort such as heated seats. I don't think they're cooled, but then you've also got things such as your chair adjustments on the side, lumbar control, massage as well, which is a nice little function. Then you've obviously got your infotainment system in the middle there. I mean, it's a nice car, but I think because I've spent a lot of time in Bentleys and Ferraris, I think with these kind of lower end cars, they do offer something, but they don't fulfill the scratch, if you know what I mean. I think if I was to look for an everyday coupe, I'd rather go for a Bentley Continental GT. That's just more my style. Whereas with this, though it's exciting, it still does have some sort of cheapness to it in terms of the buttons, in terms of the materials. But the more time you spend in other more expensive cars, I think it just whets your palate for exquisite quality items. Now, I've driven also some cheaper cars such as Fords. I will say this is above that. Don't get us wrong. And also you get like the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which has got like I think almost 2,000 watts and is very noisy as well. You also get the paddle lights that say Audi RS5. Then I would prefer, I think, if the chair was able to recline forward electronically, but you've got to pull that thing on the side there, which just makes it cheap. Just that which I'm pulling there, it just makes it look cheap as well. Yes, granted, like, you know, when you pull it, it does move forward. But see, I've got to like move it manually. That's not ideal. Then you've got the chairs in the back there. I would say you can fit others that are like under 5'5" for a little short journey. You'd rather get the RS5, the 5-door. That's the better option. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Peace out.